welcome back to Reedhead Homestead. Today we're going to be decking out this dining room for fall and I am so excited to get started. I have this space to do. I want to do some pumpkins and a little tablescape here in the middle. I'm not totally sure, but we're going to figure it out. I did pick up some fall garland to go up on the mantel there and we're going to see how all this goes. I also have this space here. Let me flip you around. So I also have this little buffet here to get decorated and a little wreath to go up there. So anyway, lots of little goodies for this space. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm feeling really good about this. I do have some more decor that I could put here, but I want to work on the buffet and see what decor I have left over, and then maybe I'll incorporate that onto the dining table as well. Let's do the buffet next, and then we'll see if I have any decor left over from that. Okay, I'm undecided because I picked up this one this year. This is so pretty. I love just a little pop of orange, but I do feel like with the white, it's just a little bit underwhelming. This is the one I used last year. I wasn't sure if I wanted to do the plaid again, but I do feel like it's way more fall. Gosh, maybe I will go with that one. Let me put I have a wreath there. Let me put my wreath up and then we'll decide. Option number one, or option number two. Ooh, okay, now that I have that orange, I just felt like this was lacking orange. Whereas this is like, oh, hello, it's fall. Here's my other option. I could put this here. That's what that looks like. But maybe the white one would be better there instead. Let me switch them around. I'm actually not crazy about it. I like that one better, so I think I'm gonna do that one over on the buffet. Plus it's like just the slightest bit too big, whereas that one is skinnier and it fits perfectly. So we're gonna go with that. I think this turned out really cute. You know, little things like this are so fun to pick up from the dollar spot at Target. Do they call it the dollar spot anymore? I don't know. This was what, like, actually I think this was maybe $3. And so sometimes I'll see cute little things there that catch my eye. So little stuff like that really adds. I really like to layer things as I'm going. I like to create different heights. So even if it's like this little tiny candlestick and a little pumpkin on it, I mean, it just takes it from being a pumpkin to something kind of super cute. As you can see, it's like I like to create all different levels, especially in the corners. Normally with this, I would do something maybe lower, but because I have a lot of space between here and there, I felt like this kind of filled that space nicely. Okay, so next up we're gonna work on the fireplace mantle. This is my summer garland, so this is what I've had up for the past few months. I just kind of made it feel a little bit lighter for summer, so I have really been enjoying this. I'm kind of sad to take it down, but I am excited to get it all decked out for fall. I've got some new little garland for down here as well, and then some florals for the top. So let's do that next.
It's the coldest hand that run down this land where the ocean lands.
I think this is looking really cute. It's not as full. I like my garlands, if you guys have noticed, I like them to be really, really full, but this one had so many cute things on it that I just wasn't gonna pass it up. So what I'm going to do is I bought some of these. This comes in two little separate sets. I've already used a little bit of this, but I also have some of this white that I think might pop nicely. And so I am just going to cut these stems and just kind of tuck them in where I can. And then that is going to add a lot to it. I also like when my garland, this stuff is nice because it's wired, but I like when it sticks down off of the mantle like this. There's not really a whole lot with this garland in particular that I can kind of fluff down. So I think that adding some of these in there is really gonna help me achieve that look to kind of make it look like it's a little bit fuller than it actually is. This is also just kind of an inexpensive way to make your garlands look a lot more expensive, because usually the ones that are super full are more expensive, but I have to be, you know, kind of selective in what I choose because my mantle is 9 feet. And so garlands typically come in 6 feet, so instead of buying one, I always have to buy 2, which makes it already more expensive. So this is my little trick to make it look a little bit fuller and a little bit more expensive, and I think it works every single time.
Far from ever feeling lost with me, I'll push you back towards the land and sea. They're going down for love and love.
Okay, here is how that looks with all of those kind of poking out. I think it's fun, and I like the little touch of white as well. It just kind of adds a little bit of extra something to it. And it just makes it all look a little bit fuller than it actually is. One thing that I do think is lacking here for sure are these candlesticks. You can barely see them because they're white. I love them so much and I want to keep them up here, but I just don't think that they add, like you can barely see them. They just are lacking some dimension. And so I'm gonna go ahead and paint these because I still love them. They're still worth saving and I think they can still be really cute. But I think they just need to be a different color so that way you can see them more against the white brick. So let me go dig in my garage and find some paint and we'll get these painted. Okay, I went out and dug and I found some of these old paint samples that I have. These are just some bare paint samples and I've got the shade, I think I wanna go with this creamy mushroom. I almost painted our floors this color. So pretty. I also have dull skin gray, which is also really pretty, but I kind of want these to be a tannish color just to kind of be a little bit more, you know, neutral for fall. So, oh gosh, I love this color so much. It is like a gray tan, but it is so pretty. This is why I have to wear an apron because seriously, I am always making a mess of myself. Always making a mess. Gosh, maybe this is not the color I want. Nope. I'm not feeling it. I thought that would be what I want. I just wanted a little bit darker. I might have to actually go get the barnwood gray color that I have out there. That one's pretty. Gosh, maybe that's not dark enough either. So this is the darkest color that I have out there. This is Barnwood Gray by Dunn Edwards. And then what I will do is go back over this because it's got such pretty detail to it. I don't want to lose all of that detail. So I could go back over it with some gold, or I could just dry brush it with some white paint just to bring out some of that detail because I don't want to lose that. I think that's kind of what makes these candlesticks pretty. You know what? It's better, but I'm not 100 about it. I guess I'm being indecisive today. Okay, we got it. It is tan. Kind of underwhelming, but I just have these little craft paints. I think this tan color is actually perfect. So here it is. I just wanted something more muted. Here was see the difference? No, this was not it. That's not it. It was just not the vibe for these type of candlesticks. So I think that this tan is gonna be a little bit more warm, not cool tone. So if you guys have never dry brushed something before, I just wanted to quickly show you how that is done. So I've got my paint and I've got one of these chip brushes, and all I'm doing, I'll move my stuff here, is just tapping it on a little paper plate before I apply it. So I just kind of get off all the excess paint because you just want like as little as possible when you're working with this. And then I'm literally just lightly going over all of the detail. For these little parts down here, I'm just lightly brushing And then that is what gives you that detail. You can go as heavy or as light with the dry brushing as you wanted. And this just kind of, in my opinion, it just kind of gives it a little bit more of a distressed look. This is what they do with the stuff at Hobby Lobby. You know, everything is like dry brushed or has got some of this kind of detail on it. And this is literally all it is. This is how easy, just a little bit of white paint over some darker paint, and there you go. Here's how the candlesticks look now. I think they turned out really good, and you can definitely see them now against the white. Going with that tan color, although I went through a couple different shades, I think it was the right call. Okay, I'm standing on a stool, so I'm sorry if this is a weird angle, but I needed to get you guys up here with me. So this is the next little space that I wanted to get decorated. I just have a few little fall decor items that I want to add to this, so let's go ahead and do it. So I just wanted to take you guys from the front porch, which I love this year so much. Just wanted to take you from the front porch inside, so that way you can see everything all done together and just kind of get the vibe of what we have going on. Our little entry table, I think this turned out so fun this year. You see the dining room right off of that. And then coming in here is the living room, and I just love all of these cozy colors this year. If you guys want to see more detail of this, go check out my last video where I decked out this space. So of course, coming off the entry, you have our dining room, and I love this centerpiece so much. It's so simple, but I love the height that it gave to the table. It just kind of brings your eye up a little bit to the mantel. This is my first time ever doing a fall mantel, and I love the way that this feels in here. It's so fun to have all these fall colors. Just makes this feel so warm and cozy. And of course it goes with my cows that I love so very much. And then to the back of us here, you have our buffet. And I love this. This is so fun. This feels like fun fall festive to me. There's just a lot of little goodies to look at. I think this turned out super cute. This was actually something I picked up from the Target dollar spot too. So that was really fun to just style with some little pumpkin. And then coming right into the kitchen, we have this sweet shelf, which just added a little bit of those fall colors into the kitchen this year. I just think this is so fun, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. I also wanted to show you guys that we got our fall quilt put out on our bed. This is another one that my Grammy made us. I love this so much. If this doesn't scream fall, I don't know what does, but this is one of my favorites. I just look forward to getting it out every year. Okay friends, that is it for this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have enjoyed seeing how my entire house has come together for fall this year. We started with the front porch, and we went to the living room and the front entry and the dining room and my buffet and the mantel and my kitchen. Like, we are decked out, and I am so here for it. I feel like each season doesn't really start until I get my decor in, and so now that the decor is in, it's like fall is officially here. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, you guys. I always have more in store here, so stay tuned, stick around, and I'll catch you really soon. Bye!